Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Tyrod Taylor and the LA Chargers.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here come the Falcons, and at the helm, their starting quarterback since the day he was drafted back in 2008. Their all-time leading passer, Matt Ryan.
And you know how they say it's not about the money? Sometimes it is about the money. Matt Ryan is going to average $30 million in salary per year now as one of the highest-paid quarterbacks in the NFL, and he more than deserves it. The NFL's MVP in 2016.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked it up.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Falcons, first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That's the end of the first.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
It's 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Play action. Ryan looking in zone for Jones. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Ryan. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Joe Reed returning. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Chargers now get ready for their opening possession as they feature at quarterback in his 10th season in the NFL, Tyrod Taylor.
Many in the outside world see Tyrod Taylor as a bridge quarterback since the Chargers moved on from Phillip Rivers and drafted Justin Herbert. But head coach Anthony Lynn, he sees much more than that. They were together as play caller and quarterback in Buffalo when they went to the playoffs. And Coach Lynn believes that Tyrod Taylor can replicate that in Los Angeles.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
25-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
All right, CD, I want to fit in your preseason predictions here. This is now our 5th year together in the booth. Hard to believe time flies, but it's an annual tradition that you tell us how you think things are going to shape up in each conference. Let's start with your thoughts on the AFC.
All right, let's start in the East. I like the Bills. In the South, I like Indianapolis despite their loss on opening day. In the North, I like Baltimore. And out West, of course, I like Kansas City. For wild cards, I like the Chargers coming out of the West. I think that in the East, New England is going to get the nod. And then out of the North, I'm taking Pittsburgh. Remember, we got that extra team in the playoffs this year. And then when the playoffs break down, I do think it's going to come down to Baltimore and Kansas City in the AFC. And Baltimore, by a nose, goes to the Super Bowl.
And just to be different from you, I like your conference championship matchup. I'll take Mahomes and the Chiefs heading back to the Super Bowl yet again.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
It's Eckler again. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Gain of a yard.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Tie long now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back into his end zone. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he will be taken down. But a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. Totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Throwing now is Ryan. He sets to fire deep. Flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Three yards to go on second down, and they've got three tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Looking end zone for Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. Still on his feet. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Julio Jones, the lone receiver left.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Off play action. Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Makes the score Falcons 10, Chargers nothing.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 20.
So now Tyrod Taylor and the Chargers down 10-0. A little under a minute to go. They've yet to dent the scoreboard tonight. Now they've got to do it twice late if they want a chance here. Now it's Taylor. Complete it to him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing now is Taylor. That goes for a gain of 31. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Taylor to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it'll bring up 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And not all W's are created equal, CD. And this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things. If it didn't go well in your game, with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.